let's kick on to Heat 14, a dog that I'm starting to fall in love with, the Bold Eagle in Trap 1. I think he's 2-1 to win this heat. Ian, let's go to you. What do you make of Heat 14?
I'm looking to take on the Bold Eagle. I think I am generally every evening. I just think he's too well found in the market. I think it's purely money speaking rather than what we've actually seen from him. He's no question, he's lots of early speed. He was 8 clear last week. He wins 2.5 for Magical Jasper after a pile up in the corner. I can't see him getting that far clear here. In fact, DeGrom could really put it up to him in the early yards. And I think DeGrom is a worthy favourite at 7-4. If he gets around in front, he'll take some catching. But of the ones at prices, perhaps Trap 3, Scooby Princess. She ran into the tail of dogs about 3 or 4 times last week, but a very impressive winner of the Shelley Fennelly Memorial down in Cork. She's very strong. I just wouldn't be surprised if 1 and 4 were to get in each other's way. She was to arrive with a bit of a rush. I also thought Sweetheart Deal ran well last week, would run well at a big price. But no, I'd be very much opposing the Bold Eagle. The presence of the Bold Eagle would question whether I'd be involved in DeGrom, and as a result, I'm going to maybe pick out something like Scooby Princess to run well. She's 4-1. Like, she's not a massive price either, but she won't be too far away.
Brilliant. Barry, what do you make of this heat?
Yeah, I was hoping Ian wouldn't tip up Scooby Princess. I was on her last week, and she was in trap number 1 last week. She was edging right on the run-up. I think she's a very, very fast lady. We've seen some wonderful performance from her below in Cork in the Shelley Fennelly Memorial competition. And 4-1 is probably tight enough. I get 5 or 6-1 on the night. I'd be prepared to have a few quid on that.
Yeah, and Jennifer O'Donnell, she's flying, isn't she? She's doing well for herself.
Yeah, she sure is, and that was a nice pot to win below in Curraheen Park. She had a 29.40 odd run in the competition, and that's a fair clipping around the 550-yard trip in Curraheen Park. So she's certainly a very talented lady.
And Damien, Trap 2, great name that. We know he has plenty of pace, but as Shane Dowling said in his interview with me last week, he was a bit lucky to win that heat. Now I think he's 4-1 to win on Saturday night. Who do you fancy?
I'd be in Ian's camp anyway. Like, the reason that Bold Eagle is so short is because anytime you chalk up a price for him, there's money for him. But I don't think he stays downhill. You know, he's going to be clear of these, but no, I think he's treading water from the last bend. Like, great name that. He was, look, as I said, luck was on the side, but he's going to be a big improver. Like, he's held in high regard. He can run well at a big price of 4-1. The Gorham, though, I think is a dog to beat. In repeated last week, I think he should win. Scooby Princess, we laid her last week to be top bitch. And a small bit of me was kind of hoping, go on, you might go out, we'll bag this money, and she's still in it. So I'm very, she's definitely one that we could be, she would have sleepless nights over because she's going to be hard to knock out, like. But no, I think we just might got, like, Bold Eagle, I think he will be bigger. But as I said, guarantee him when they come back after this call, there'll be money beside the Bold Eagle's name because I seem to back him every night he runs.
Okay, lads, let's kick on to Heat 16. This is another fascinating heat, and I'm drawn straight to, we'll start off with you, Barry, actually, because I know you like this dog, Ballyhimmakin Jet in Trap 4. He's 3-1 to win this heat, and I think the favourite is Trap 2, Damien, is it?
In the last
you've got
no,
Lenson Bacco in Trap 6.
Lenson Bacco, last year's winners there.
Barry, what do you make of this heat?
Yeah, thought Ballyhimmakin Jet ran a stormer last week. He was probably the best drawn dog of the entire weekend last weekend, and I think he faces a much tougher task here on Saturday night. Not sure what price Lenson Bacco is. I'm sure Damien will fill us in on that shortly, but I think we'll see the defending champion back to his very best on Saturday night. I think he will relish this trap 6 draw, and I can see him doing the business, getting the better of Ballyhimmakin Jet in that mouth-watering clash.
Damien, I'll come back to you. Fill us in on the prices on this one. So Lenson Bacco is the favourite at even money.
Evens Lenson Bacco, 3-1 in Ballyhimmakin Jet, 9-2 run at Bess, and 7-1 in the top Ballymactass. And I think that could be, I can't back our own prices, but if I could back it, no, if it were any bigger than 7-1 Ballymactass, just the way she's drawn, she could run a huge race. I know she'd have to come back after having a litter of pups. She was in that 550 bitch stake in Cork, but she was only coming back. So she could run a big race on the inside, but Bacco, he's back at a wide seat. They tried a middle. Just worried, is he going to turn left as severe as he did in Champion Stakes? Lemonazzi in trap 5, like it's fair to say he's been disappointing since he won the Native Star 600 last year. He hasn't come back anywhere near that form. But look, Bocco, he's 12 to 1 chance. He's a second favourite for the Derby. If he's going to try to retain his title, I think, even though Ballyhimmock and Jet is in the race, I think he should be winning this alone if he's going to have any chance to defend his title.
And Ian, we'll give you the final word in this heat. Are you all in for Lens and Bocco?
I am, yeah. I like Damien, I would share a slight concern what he's going to do with traps if he does edge in slidewards. But this is going to be his 4th run back since his layoff. And yeah, I would imagine he's sort of going to get a grasp of the situation after his 2 traffic-filled runs, the last 2 starts. I would imagine when he's thrown in trap 6 and he sees all that room on the right-hand side, he might just say to himself, I'll go straight like I did last year, and when the room opens up, I'll cut inwards. We could see the return of Lens and Bocco here. I know he ran very well to win the Champions League semi-final, but this really is this is his bread and butter. The early rounds of the Derby, expect him to lay down a marker. I would have him over his 5 rivals every single day of the week. Although they are a very talented bunch, it's a very strong contest. Like when you consider the likes of Ballymactaz, an English Derby runner-up is 13 to 2, 7 to 1. It's a big price. Rowanna Best, very, very talented young lady. She keeps improving. Feudal Spirit, a very fast dog. He's going to be a decent price. 11 to 2, I see. I'd say he'd be 8 to 1 on the night. Ballyhimmock and Jet, obviously he's a very fast greyhound, but I think he will struggle to the corner against the very best dogs. I think that's generally going to be the play for him. And Lemonazzi, although he has been running very poorly, I thought he ran his best race by quite some margin the last week. He missed the kick, but flew home in defeat. He's only beaten 3 lengths by Ballyhimmock and Jet, who had a solo run at Wolf, of course. Don't be surprised if he outruns his 16 to 1 price tag. No surprise to me if he qualifies. But yeah, Lens and Bocco, I think we're going to see the Derby champion back to his very best. And I can't wait.